Buenos dias, clase. We are going to have our more in-depth lesson or a review lesson on our stem changing verbs, just like we did today in class. So let's get started. I tried to make this board kind of happy, and I hope you not like this new format that we're using. Okay, so we're talking about stem changing verbs. Remember we were talking about how every verb, every infinitive verb has a stem. So let's look at this one right here, poder. Poder means to be able to, or I like to say to can, like he can, she can. We don't really say she is able to sing, we say she can sing, but anyway, it can either be to be able to do something or to can. Okay, so poder. Now, poder is one of these verbs. It's a stem changer, and it is an O to UE change. Okay, so how do you know when you're looking at poder which vowel you're going to change? Well, you know it's going to be an O, because it's an O to UE stem changer. And fortunately, poder only has one O. But what if it had 6 O's? What would you do then? Well, what you do is you start counting with the first vowel, and here's the first one, right here, the E. That's the first one, and then you go backwards. When you get to the second one, this is the second one right here, that's the one you're going to work with. Okay? So you always work with the second one back, and you always start with the vowel that's included in the infinitive ending. Okay, so we found our O. That O is going to be changing to a UE when we conjugate it. Okay, so let's look. I want to put this in the yo form. Okay, now, do you think that I will just say yo podo? Yo podo? No. Do you like how I put no really big over here? We do not say yo podo. This would be wrong. It's a stem changer, and that means this O, once we start messing with it, has to change to a UE. Okay, it's going to multiply. It's changing from an O into a UE. Okay, so let's look over here. What it's supposed to be is yo puedo. So that O magically changes into a UE when we're conjugating. Okay, so you get yo puedo. And that means I can. I can, or I am able to. Okay, so that's good. Podo, bad. Puedo, good. Bad, good. Okay, so the to form. Talking to you, familiar. Would I say to pull this? No, I would not say to pull this. This is wrong. Okay, I need to change that O to a UE, so it would be to puedes. U-E-D-E-S. Tú puedes, tú puedes. You are able to, you can. Okay. El, ella, and usted. Would that be pode? No, may it never be. The O has to change to a UE. So you would get el, ella, or usted. Puede. Puede. Okay. That O does not stay an O. It changes to a UE when you conjugate it. Okay, let's skip nosotros for a minute and look at ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Oh, you could probably figured this out now. Is it going to be pueden? No, it's not. This O has to change. It has to change to a UE. So let's make it right. Let's say ustedes pueden. P-U-E-D-E-N. Okay, see? It's not an O anymore. It has magically changed to a UE. Okay? Now, remember I was telling you that there is one form that never stem changes. Of course, they have to make this difficult. So the one that never stem changes is the nosotros form. Okay, nosotros never stem change. Here, I'll underline it. So, it's kind of getting messy on this board. So the way we would say we can would be, let's see, let's put it down here. Okay, it would be podemos. This is actually right. We do not stem change ever, ever, ever the nosotros form. All other forms, yes. Nosotros, no. So you look at nosotros, you see that no in nosotros? That means you don't stem change it. No to nosotros, you do not stem change. So you would get podemos. Okay, how would I say she can sing? Well, here's ella for she, and here's to sing. So which conjugation of poder am I going to use? Well, she, so up here we find the she version, and that is puede. Okay, so let's say ella puede cantar. Ella puede cantar. It is not pode. It's not pode. Remember, the O has to change to the UE. Ella puede cantar. Great. So that's the O to UE. Next one we're going to look at is E to IE. Okay, so E to IE. Now, a good example of this is pensar, which means to think. And how do we know which vowel we're going to be working with? Well, we know it's going to be an E. And we know really there's only one E in pensar, but if there were 12, you would just start from the end counting vowels backwards. Not consonants, just vowels. You start with an A is a vowel, right? So you start there, that's number one. Number one. And our next one is, oh, here's a vowel. That's number two. Okay, so this is the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right there, okay? So we would be working with him. Okay, so this E is going to be changing to an IE when we start messing with it. Okay? Oh, here down here I was marking them for you. Okay, here's one. Here's your second vowel, and this is the one we're dealing with. Okay. If I want to conjugate this puppy, if I want to say I think, is it going to be yo penso? Do I just keep that E the same when I start messing with it and changing it? No, when I start conjugating it and putting it into different forms to show who is thinking, it has to change to an IE. So I would get yo pienso, pienso. I think or I am thinking. Okay, yo pienso. What would the to form be? It would be piensa. And what's really nice is that your endings are still your normal, regular endings. The only thing that's changing is just the stem part, just that crazy vowel. Okay, so at least your endings are still normal. Él, ella, and usted. He, she, or you formal thinks. So that would be piensa, piensa. Now let's skip nosotros for a minute and just look at ellos, ellas, and ustedes. They or you all think, and that's going to be piensan, piensan. Okay? Now let's go back to nosotros. What did I tell you about nosotros? Which I will tell you a bazillion and 12 times. It never stem changes. Say no to nosotros. Remember, say no. That's going to be my new bumper sticker. So this would not be pensamos. It would be pensamos. We think or we are thinking. That's supposed to be one P. Pensamos. That's not an R. That's a P. Let me see if I can fix that. Oops, lost my S. There. We think, pensamos. Okay, so let's look at this example down here. They think a lot. Okay, so ellos. So they think. So up here, here's our ellos. So it must be piensan. So let's put it in here. Ellos piensan mucho. Please don't put pensan. Okay, please make sure you're changing that vowel to the IE. Okay. Good. Okay, we only have one more to go. Ah, the fabulous E to I. I knew you were going to like this one. Okay, E to I is a good guy. I like how that rhymes. And let's look at him here. Let's look at pedir. Pedir means to ask for. Okay, to ask for. Now, pedir, the E is going to change to an I when we start conjugating it. So when I say I ask for something, is it going to be yo pedo? Do I just leave that E normal? Just leave it alone like a regular verb? Heaven forbid. No, we don't. We do not leave the E alone. We change it. So you would get yo pido. I ask for something, or I am asking for something. The to form would not be pedes. It would be pides. Pides. To pides. Okay, well, how about él, ella, and usted? He, she, and you formal. Pide. Let's skip nosotros for a minute. Ellos, ellas, ustedes would be, what's your ending for IR verbs? Do you remember? I hope so. It's en, so it's going to get piden, piden. Now let's go back to nosotros, our wonderful rebel. Let's make it a better color. Okay, nosotros, remember? Does not stem change. Say no to nosotros. It's going to be P-E-D-I-M-O-S. Pedimos, pedimos. Okay, we ask for. Okay, look down here at the examples. I always ask for permission, just like my very good students. I always ask for permission. So siempre, yo has to be in the yo form. So what's the yo form? Let's go back up here. Is it pedo? No. It's pido, okay? So yo pido. So yo pido permiso. I always ask for help. I'm sorry, I always ask permission. This one is he asks. Sorry, it's supposed to be asks for help. Él pide ayuda. Él pide ayuda. So see, it's very simple. On these E to I changers, the stem vowel just changes to an I when you start switching it to different forms of showing different subjects. Okay, let's practice. Yay! Okay, so costa. Oh, you know what? This is supposed to be costar. I knew that looked funny. Okay, that's the verb costar. That means to cost. Okay, and we're going to say the chairs cost. The chairs cost. Now, I have las sillas already, the chairs, and that means they. So the chairs, if we're trying to figure out which verb form, we're going to pick the verb form that is the they form because we are referring to them, the chairs. So we need the feminine they form, which is ellas. So las sillas would be the third person plural, and we need to put costar in the matching form, which would be the third person plural. Okay, we know it's not going to be costan because we have to change this O here to A-U-E. So it's going to be cuestan. Cuestan. Okay, las sillas cuestan. Okay, now let's look at repetir. It means to repeat. The E changes to an I. Oh no, there's two E's. How do I know which one? Remember, start from the end, right here at that first vowel. You're going to count two vowels back, not consonants, just vowels. Here's one, here's the second one. This is your winner, right here, that E, okay? I didn't mean to do the P there. Let me erase that. Not the P, it's just the E. There we go. Alright, so the E has to change to an I. So yo. Good heavens, this little stylus is so hard to use. Not that I'm complaining. R-E-P-I-T-O. Yo repito. Yo repito means I repeat. Okay, almorzar. It's an O to UE stem changer. Count two vowels back. One. Here's one. And then another vowel. Oh, here's another vowel. Number two vowel. Okay, that's my O I'm dealing with. That O has to change. So Paco. Paco is a he, so we have to put this in the he form, which is the third person singular, the L form. So Paco almuerza. Almuerza. And that means Paco eats lunch. Paco luncheons. Okay. Pensar is an E to IE. We're going to be working with this E right here. So, ellas, meaning they feminine. It's going to be piensan. Piensan. So how about my dog, my poor little dog? Okay, well, he wants something, and it's going to be querer, meaning to want, and it's an E to IE stem changer. So which E? Not this one, that's first. Here's number two, that's the one we're dealing with. Okay? So, my dog is a he, so I'm putting this in the he form, which is the L form, which is the third person singular form. So, we're going to get Q, U. Don't just put an E anymore, it has to become an IE. So I-E, and then an R. And what's my ending for ER verbs for third person singular? It's an E, so you get mi perro quiere. Mi perro quiere. Y'all know this is a Q, right? It's a Q. Okay, that's all our lesson is today. Oh, one more thing. Please go away remembering that the nosotros form never, ever, 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 never stem changes. Say no to nosotros. Okay? Say no. Boo, nosotros. Doesn't stem change. Okay. Now, this is all explained again in your e-text on page 27 in the little grammatica box. And it's so awesome. There's a little tutorial video just at the bottom of that box that you can click on, and it'll show you like a 2-minute or 1-minute little recap on how to conjugate these things. And if you look down below to the right, there's a little box called the Recuerdas box, and it'll have these infinitive verbs divided up as they are, like all the ODUEs are listed, all the E to IEs are listed in groups. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is go to your lesson assignment tab, look at your lesson assignment, do your assignment, and make sure you check the reference tabs for any possible links or attachments. And I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you next class. Hasta luego.